We are here with Mike Weber, husband of Mrs. Weber, in the lovely St. Martin's Gym, and Andy Hansen is in the field reporting. Take it away.
Well, I would like to ask you how Mrs. Weber has been an example for all those around her.
Or for you in particular.
Yeah, for me.
In living a saintly life.
She's just one of those people that I think naturally has the ability to draw people closer to God, and she just does it. She lives her life like she encourages other people to live. She's been a great example to our kids, and she's been a great example to me, and I think that we just in our relationship try to pull each other closer to the Lord, and I think that's what she does. She loves teaching, she loves students, she loves being around young people, and I think that she just has the ability to do that.
How has she inspired your faith or the faith of those around her?
I think just by her example, by living her life the way she does. She has a really regular prayer life, and yeah, I mean, she's just always been that way from the time I met her until now. She just lives that way.
How did you guys meet?
I was going to ask that.
Believe it or not, we met in the choir loft at the theater.
Oh.
I was singing in the choir, and I had been since I was like 15 or 16 years old, and she moved to Rapid City after she graduated from college and joined the choir. And walked into the choir loft, and she walked in one day, and I said, I want to meet that girl.
Cute!
And it obviously worked out very well.
It did, yeah. She has a different story, but yeah, that's how it worked out.
How has Mrs. Weber continually sought to be the best version of herself for others?
Oh, well, that's a really challenging question. Say it again. How has she sought to be the
how
best
has
version?
she, yes, the best version of herself, the best that she can be?
I think she surrounds herself with holy people, and she really does. She has a group of women friends that she meets with as often as they can. I think they probably meet at least. They get together at least once a month, and they do spiritual readings, and they read books, and then they talk with each other about these books, and they pray together, and they challenge each other to grow in their spiritual lives. And they're just it's just a good thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Weber,
you.
for taking time to talk with us. Bye!
Bye. Hi, we're here with Megan Raposa, and she is going to tell us about our saint, Mrs. Weber. How long have you known Mrs. Weber or had her as a teacher?
I've known Mrs. Weber for a really long time. She was my choir teacher in middle school, starting in 7th grade, I believe, and all the way through senior year.
Impressive. And how, through her teaching, has she inspired you to be a better person?
She's inspired me in so many ways. She's got me into singing at Mass, which has really helped my faith life. And one thing that she said to me that's always sort of stuck with me as my inspiration, especially when singing at church, is she told me once that it's a prayer, not a performance. And I think that it's true. Like, I shouldn't be nervous because it doesn't matter what I sound like. I'm singing for God, and it's not me, for the judgment of others. It's me singing for the judgment of God. And that was really inspiring to me.
And if you could tell us one story about Mrs. Weber and tell the audience, what would you say?
One story about summer?
Yes.
I'd have to think about that for a minute. I've spent a lot of time in class and outside of class. She's always been really helpful in preparing me for auditions. And I guess one audition in particular that she really helped me get through was for honors choir 2 years ago. And I had laryngitis really bad, but Mrs. Weber was really supportive and was like, let's just go for it. And she helped me warm up, and I could barely even talk. And we got to the actual audition, and I just totally fell apart in front of the judge, and it was terrible. But we got out, and she just gave me a hug, and she's like, it's gonna be okay. It's just one audition, and she's always been supportive, and she's always there when you really need her.
Thank you.
Our group has decided to portray Mrs. Weber as the saint in our lives. We have all had her as a teacher, and she has been a major influence on us. And so we have a few questions for you. First of all, how do you feel that you live your faith in your life?
Well, I work hard at just trying to follow what Jesus has taught. But basic things, I try to keep on top of my prayer life, daily prayer, of course, Sunday Mass. And I try to keep a circle of friends around me that will support me in my quest for holiness.
Working off of that, who would you say has been your inspiration through your life to follow in your faith?
Oh my gosh, well, I've had a lot of inspirations. My parents, first of all. I've been blessed with a lot of good friends I met in college. I think of Sherry Hines, who used to invite us to daily mass in college. I think of my Caritas group. We try to be accountable to each other, meeting once every couple of months to just talk about how we're doing with our vocation and things like that. Susan Safford, who's somebody here in Rapid, who's a good friend of mine. And then my spiritual director, Monsignor Wooster, has been very, very key in my growth. I meet with him, and he helps me stay on the straight and narrow sometimes.
Besides your religious group of friends, how else do you pursue bettering yourself day to day, on a day-to-day basis?
I think probably the most important thing I can do is work hard at my vocation, which is marriage. And so I work really hard at being a good friend to my husband, and we work hard at being good parents. And the faith has helped us, supported us in our struggles through our marriage and all kinds of, all the things that happen in life. So.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Marcel.
Hello, this is Michael Benjamin Weber, Mrs. Weber's only son, and I'm here to interview him about how your mother is a saintly person. So, first off, how long have you known your mother?
About 16 years now.
About 16 years. All right. How would you say she's influenced your faith?
Well, she makes me go to church every week. So.
How has that impacted your life, Ben?
Well, I'm Catholic now, and I probably will be for a while.
For a while?
Well, I'm a Catholic person, so.
How do you see your mom as an example of the Catholic faith?
Well, she goes to church every Sunday, and she does the music for church, and yeah.
How do you think her getting you involved in playing music for the church has influenced your life?
Well, I feel more involved in church when I play, I guess. Strumming the chords and listening to the words, and I feel it deep in my soul.
Do you feel like it also helps that your mom teaches music? How is that being her student and her son?
Well, when I was a boy, I always had to do choir with my mom at the church because she made me, and my sister did it too, which sometimes helped because actually it didn't really help, but I always hated it, but I'm glad she made me do it because now I like to sing.
Thank you, Ben, for talking to us, and
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Connor.
Benjamin. This is Michael Benjamin Weber, the third.
Goodbye.
You stay classy, San Diego.